Yeah, it's like even our generation, man. Like I
The
feel like
millennials.
I think social. It don't matter what generation. Let me say that first. I think it's just social media has created that whole thing of like everybody just like validation, attention, validation, attention. You get online, man. People just posting like, and it's like you got to think about it. Psychology. What's the reason behind the posting? Like why are we truly posting? A lot of people just want to show off what they're doing or. My question to you, man, do you think people actually looking for love or are they just looking for attention and validation?
Ooh, are people looking for love or attention and validation?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. But now if you think about it, we got to define what is love. Not what I think of love is. What is love? And does that really correlate with attention and validation? Because there are some relationships where they feel good if they don't need that much attention or validation. Like for example, you may see a few videos on social media where, hey, I'm busy. They'll leave a 15 or 20-second voice message, and they'll be done for the day, and that's all their partner needs the rest of the day. And we're just somebody that constant attention.
Yeah.
And that also goes back to the attachment styles for some. But for attention and validation, yeah, why not? People want to be validated.
Yeah.
It's that's my girl, you know. She sees me, all this eye candy I've been working hard for.
Yeah.
You know, I want to feel like I'm hers, you know. So of course I want that attention, because know what they say, right?
Do you think, my question to you, John, is do you think people today are actually looking for love or are they just looking for attention and validation?
People looking for love or looking for attention and validation. I want to say it's kind of blurry. The reason I say that is blurry is that love, of course people want to feel loved, people want to feel validated, and also the attention from the partner, right? Because not everyone, although there are some who want attention from others, not just their partner, there are some people out there like that. But at the same time, if you're with someone, you want to feel like you're being seen, you know? Yeah. Not only that's attention, but also give them validation. Okay, I matter to them. You know, I'm not just some speck of alien dust, you know? And I remember coming across a quote is that if you do not pour into their love bank, like Dr. William F. Hartley would say in His Needs, Her Needs, someone else will, which basically means is that he has this idea of love bank where we make deposits and withdrawals. And every relationship has it, believe it or not. You have, let's say for a couple, guy and girl have love banks. The guy give her attention, feed into her love language. He is depositing into her love bank.
Okay. Whenever
she gets annoyed and mad at him, he's actually withdrawing from that love bank, causing a little a strife in the relationship. Because there's only so much that someone can tolerate until you make another deposit. Deposit doesn't necessarily mean money. It can be emotional deposits, you know?
Yeah.
And he stated himself is that he could tell that who will divorce based on that. Because I'm pretty sure you heard a work husband before, right?
Yeah, man. That's
and our work wife. Like a lot of times those stem from if their partner is not really depositing in their love bank.
That's crazy, man.
Because if you think about this, let's say that girl A, she got a promotion, but her husband doesn't validate her, give her attention, but there's a guy at work who does. Little by little, as he makes withdrawals from not giving her validation, feeling her love language, and that guy at work who does, the husband is literally withdrawing from her love bank, and the guy at work is actually adding a deposit.
Yeah.
Thus, the lines become blurred. They'll be like, "Hey, I'm hanging out with such and such." At times, they may feel guilty, may lie when we're not in disclose, depending on the boundaries you may have. If it's okay to say opposite sex, and be friends with opposite sex, then eventually, that may cause infidelity. And now, in case you guys are wondering what book I'm referring to, get all these details, it's called His Needs, Her Needs by Dr. William F. Hartley. Great book. Very, very great book.
Yeah. Man, that's deep, man, that you say that. And like, again, man, we here, we live, man, we like everything's coming from the mind. So we not professionals, like, it's our opinion at the end of the day, so we get.
Oh, he's a professional, William J. Hartley.
So don't take none of this to like, oh, they talking about, man, we just giving our opinion on how we feel about these certain topics. So, I mean, my opinion on it though, like, so do I think people today are actually looking for love or just attention and validation? Man, honestly, with this social media day nowadays, I think it's more like attention, man. I don't think nobody's really looking for love. I mean, there is a small percentage of people like really looking for love. Like they're like, oh, I want to be in love and married and have a wife and kids. But I feel like a lot of people, especially this younger generation, I don't know what generation it is.
What age would you say would that cap at? I feel like at times when you get a certain age, that may flip,
Yeah, I'm talking like the YNs, what they call them, man. The YNs, like the 18, the real youngins, like they were born in probably like 2005, 2000s maybe. Like, I don't know.
Gen Zs.
Yeah, Gen Zs. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, it's like even our generation, man. Like, I feel like I think it don't matter what generation. Let me say that first. I think it's just social media has created that whole thing of like everybody just like validation, attention. You get online, man, people just posting like, and it's like, you got to think about it, psychology. What's the reason behind the posting? Like why are we truly posting? A lot of people just want to show off what they're doing or validation. Yeah. Like at the end of the day. So it's like, that's why my opinion stands on that. Cause it's like, I mean, like you could be in a relationship and you still posting, like, are you posting for your partner? You can send the pictures to your partner. I don't know, man. The way I think about it is like, not everybody. Some people are really looking for attention. And I think it's fine. It's just a certain type of attention. Like,
then let me ask you this: attention. Okay. Now, are you saying that I'm posting for attention when I post my workout videos?
Yeah. Hey, that's a fact, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that's something I feel like the guys that maybe you love your body, you gonna post your body online, and it's like, I mean, it's okay. I think as humans we need the validation, but there's a certain amount where it's like it's unhealthy, especially if you really want to be in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship. I think like, because for the people that are in relationships, there's a boundary there where it's like, all right, you posting your body on Instagram, and clearly you know what that comes with if you you got a good looking body, and then it's like, nah, that's the boundary you gotta have with your partner.
So let me ask you this now: for those people who are in the talking phase or trying to know some phase, would it say is this validation or this is gonna get deep? I know there are
authentic, man. We genuine. Let's go.
Because I know there are sometimes there's some people who experience this where they're talking to someone, texting or via call, but they don't answer the phone, but they will post on social media, like on the story, or post a picture. Would you say that they're seeking attention elsewhere, or are they actually satisfied with who they're talking to? Or are they seeking validation from elsewhere?
My opinion, seeking validation, man. It's logic. It's real logic. I mean, it's simple. Like, why would somebody post a picture of themselves? Why else would they on social media? Like, honestly, like, why else? Like, you could have that picture in your phone. You can look at it. Like, that's why they got the hearts, the comments. That's all validation. At the end of the day, it's like people telling you, congrats, you look good or beautiful or handsome or whatever, man.
Now, would you say, is that same validation that they prefer versus the person that they're talking to? Yeah. I know there are some guys that be like, they feel like being ignored, but like, hey, I reached out, been a few hours, but then I see she just posted online. I'm like, what's up with that?
So you're saying like they're not texting you,
but they'll post online.
They post online. I mean, I think that they're seeking a validation, man. They not really
into looking for a relationship.
Yeah, like I feel like they can be, but they're still not like set in stone, like with you being the option. You get what I'm saying? Like it's lying. It blurs, man. Like I don't even want to say anything like that. But like again, it's my opinion. Like it's all validation.
Hey, it's unfiltered, right?
Yeah, it's unfiltered, man. It is what it is, bro. Think what you think, say what you say. But like, I mean, validation is something that's crazy, and it's creating a lot of like unhealthy relationships. Like
now, my follow-up question is this, because I understand, like I mentioned, this talking phase. At what point in a relationship would that not be okay?
Like seeking validation?
Yeah.
Man, from the start, like I think, especially when you hit marriage stage, but from the start, like I think once you get in that relationship, I think you need to shut that down. Like if you're serious, at least.
So by not posting at all, let's say for example that they just post out workout videos.
Okay.
Like to see their progress and share their progress with their friends and family. Should they put that to the halt once they're in a relationship, or
should put that to a halt?
Or even posting pictures they're on vacation or by eating food or out with friends. Is that still seeking validation, or is that something you should put to a halt?
I mean, it's like I said. That's why I said though I don't want to blur the lines, because there's like like I said, I think intentions is very important. It's all intention. Like when you do something, you know the intention behind it. Like if I'm in a relationship and I know, okay, I've been working out, my body look good, I got the abs on point, whatever. I'm in a whole relationship and I go out there and I'm like, I want to post, this picture of me shirtless. And so I go on Instagram and I post it. I'm like, I got a whole wife that I could just send that to, and that's my validation right there. But instead I go online, I'm like, I want to see what everybody else say. And whatever the case may be, I think that my intention is wrong, because it's like I'm saying to myself, like I'm gonna send it to everybody else, for them the world to see, before I send it to my wife, my lover. And it's like, come on now, the intention is not there.
No, what if it's motivation to motivate others?
See, that's what I'm saying. The lines can be blurred. A lot of people can think about it so many different ways. Like it's like, oh, they might want to do it for that reason, that reason, that reason. But it's like, I just think it also, going back to the boundaries, I think it also depends on your relationship boundaries too. So like, I can't really say everybody does, like, because you know how some people have their boundaries. Like it's like relationships have their boundaries. Like, okay, it's okay for you to do that on Instagram or do that. You got to create a boundary with your partner, and if y'all disagree on something, y'all gotta
nip it in the
bud. Yeah. So
not in alignment, because some people may view that as controlling.
Like controlling as in
like what I post online.
Oh, like how and when you post online?
What you post online.
I see.
And let's say they were doing before I even met you.
Yeah, true. But that's what I'm saying. You got to know who you dealing with, because it's like these are the people that you go into the relationship, and that's when you don't rush things. You kind of just see how they behave, and really what you see is what you're gonna get. So you know for sure you can't change nobody. You got to really accept that. And that's the boundary. If you accept that boundary, you can't be mad if they are doing that, seeking validation online or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's interesting, man.
That is interesting. This is the world we live in today, because almost everyone's posting. And almost everyone's either post a gym pic or something. And like you said earlier, it goes back to the intentions. Are they really seeking validation from others, or are they just want to post a picture to motivate, or are they just posting just to post for family and friends? But we truly don't know what's the people's intentions.
Yeah, but like I said, I think intention is everything. Intention is everything when it comes to like with people seeking validation. Like if you are doing it for the right reasons, then it's okay. But if you know you're doing it for the wrong reasons, then you gotta cut it out, though. But yeah, man, that kind of leads me to just thinking about like the insecure part of that. Like on the other end, like you got the people that are looking for validation, and then you got the partner that they might say like, oh, they're insecure because they don't like me posting online.
Then I feel like regarding the word insecure, right? I feel like insecurity breeds because when you don't make that person, when you don't make your partner feel secure in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, for example, if you're not making your partner secure, of course you're gonna feel insecure. I remember in my past relationships, I know that was a struggle. Like, how do I make my partner secure? If I'm posting or if I'm doing this, what to the third, I feel like security is what's essential in a relationship in doing anything, especially when posting online.
Yeah.
So they know your intentions because although they may see me posting online, let's say for a business, but at the same time, in private, this is how I truly am. You know?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, I think insecurity is something that everybody has to deal with within themselves. I mean, nobody can make you feel secure. Like, you really gotta like look within yourself and just be like, yo, like.
But even in relationship though, because you want to trust that your partner is going to come back to you, right?
Yeah, definitely want to try. Like, you want your partner to be able to help you with that, you know, because like if they're your partner wilding out, then and then like say your partner went out to the club. Now, you know, communication is very big when it comes to insecurity. You know, you want to communicate. That's what helps people feel secure. You know.
Ooh, now speaking of communication, I feel like with this modern times with attention and validation, then even relationship, even mental health, how we communicate, I feel that's a big factor. What would you say?
Yeah, it's very important. Like that's the number one thing. I think that's what everybody talks about. Like when I look for a partner, I want a partner that can communicate.
Now,
that's the first thing people say.
That is true because I always want to ask the people who say that, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Because anyone can communicate, either verbal, written, text, call, but what do you mean by communication? Like, are you transparent, or are you what's the other word? After transparent, what's the other word? It's the
transparent, or is it honest now? Like,
honest.
Yeah.
There you go. Are you transparent? Everything was going on, or do you hide certain things from me? Like say it's like a white lie here and there.
Yeah.
I feel like not many people are transparent whenever they communicate.
Yeah.
Like they'll not share not the whole truth, but the truth. Some won't share the whole truth, but withhold the truth to help me God.
Yeah. That's true, man. It's tough trying to navigate that, man. Like trying to really navigate how you feel like about communicate. Like communication is very big. Like I can't mess with nobody that don't know how to tell me like, hey, I'm feeling like this, or I'm like I'm going to do this, like because like it's just like how are you in a relationship and you don't know how your partner's feeling or how where they're going or what it's like, and a lot of people like take that as like controlling, but I mean it's like you want to know where your people at, want to know how your people feeling, it's like mental health check-ins. Like I have those with my wife all the time. Like I'm like, yo, how you feeling? Where we at? How you feeling about this relationship? How you feeling about everything? I think those are very, very important to make your partner feel secure. Because that helps me. I don't know about anybody else, but that helps me a lot. Like to somebody to just check in with me and say like, and because a lot of people hold resentment in and things in.
They sure do.
Because they're fearing that, oh well, I don't want to create no arguments or no problems. And it's like when you hold that resentment in, it's just gonna build up, and then it's gonna come out real strong later on. And man, I'm telling you, like that all correlates with your mental health. Like, you in your head about stuff because I'm an overthinker. I don't know about you. I'm an overthinker. Like I overthink everything, man. It's like everything is just like, yo, like. But the smartest people be those are the overthinkers. The most smartest people, I believe. That's my opinion. Like they're the ones that overthink everything. So like I said, I need that communication, like, and overly communicate.
Honestly,
I learned that too.
Now for someone who's overthinking, for me, sometimes over communicating could be a bad thing too.
You think so?
Yeah. I remember reading a verse that says even the stupidest person could seem smart by keeping their mouth shut.
Stupidest person
could seem smart if they keep their mouth shut.
Okay.
You think about it. Not all the time, not everything needs to be communicated.
Yeah, that's true.
But if it's your emotions, absolutely. But small things, yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get that a lot from just like, and this is why I hate it, because it's like, performance is real in this world, man. We got a lot of performers, man. A lot of people with the mask on. Even when people would say like we behind the camera and we not being our real self. But that's why we call this podcast the real. We unmasked, man, unfiltered, man.
Okay, we may have forgot the title, but hey,
we got it.
It's on the pages. Look down on the bottom right corner. Be right there. No?
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't like that. Like for me, like I think it's a high percentage of people in this world today that's just like put on the mask, go out, not being themselves, not being real, and it's just like, come on, man, like I can't mess with that.
I feel that putting a mask on, being real, I feel that caused a lot of people to overthink, and I feel that's caused a lot of overstimulation.
Yeah,
and I think that's also draws back to why a lot of people need validation.
So you're saying they need validation?
Yeah, because they overthink to help them feel more comfort to what they're doing.
That's interesting.
What do you think?
Man, I could see that like being a thing, like overthinking and validation, all that ties together.
Because am I doing this right? Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, I'm doing it right. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like they're not themselves. They're trying to be perfectionists, and
everyone's perfection nowadays. Shoot. Yeah. Look how many filters do we have on Instagram and Snapchat nowadays.
Man, this done created everybody feeling like that's actually interesting though. That might be a reason why people don't show them their authentic selves.
Yeah.
Their imperfect selves. It's like you got to put on this mask to be in this certain situation and to act accordingly just to fit in. And that's the biggest reason why I don't put myself around a lot of people, because like, can I really be myself around a lot of people? Like, it's kind of weird, like how we do that to ourselves. Because I think a lot of people fear the imperfect, like,
Yeah, people do fear the imperfect. I have a speech impediment. I'm not sure no one caught that yet.
That's real. Like, that takes a lot to actually say, man. Like, and people don't realize that, like, man, that it's like we all judge at the end of the day, but sometimes you gotta look at yourself like, yo, like I'm not perfect. Like people gonna judge you for that and talk crap, whatever they may do. But it's like, who are you to judge?
I feel you knocked the nail on the head. The key word everyone's afraid of is judgment.
Judgment, yeah.
Whether it's physical appearance, financial stability, mental health, emotional intelligence, emotional wealth, health. There's always feel like there's like a big critique that's lurking in the shadows and say, hey, you're not doing good.
You're not good enough. Yeah.
And a lot of people will want that positive affirmation. Because if you think about it, going back to communities, the reason why I'm part of the Run group is like, yes, I'm in it for the community, but at the same time, I feel like it's a judgment-free zone because everyone started at the very bottom and we're all growing up. And because of that, I feel like I could be my true self because everyone started where I'm at, you know? Some may be further along than others, but at the same time, that's an area I feel like it's a truly judgment-free zone compared to everywhere else. You feel like there's judgment.
Judgment, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man, we need a judgment-free zone, man. Like, man, we don't make this the judgment-free zone. Eventually, I want to start having live callers come in. And
live callers?
Judgment-free zone. Like, man, say what's on your mind. How you
Honestly,
feeling?
I don't know how I want to do live callers because
yeah,
some people will call in. They'll be like, what? Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'll leave that to you.
Nah,
I'll be behind the scenes.
Man, it's all ties into mental health though, bro. Like I've been working in mental health for like 10 years, man. Like I've seen it all. Like, and it's so important. Like how it's just very important. Like, people don't even realize. I don't think people take it serious. Like,
They don't.
It's crazy. It's like right there, but you don't take it serious.
I feel like that's the reason why that people who create like programs like BetterHelp, they become more prominent online because they see there's a need, and not many people feel comfortable to going into the office or look up through the insurance and be like, hey, there's a psychologist I can actually call for. They feel like people who need like a therapist or people who actually have like true diagnoses like schizophrenia or ADHD or OCD or some sort of OCD or something that of that nature. Really and truly, our mental health also stems from our emotions, and sometimes we need that. We need that. I can say some attitude adjustment. Because if you think about it, going back to what we said earlier beforehand about relationships, about how not feeling enough and feeling alone in the relationship. Going back to what you said, all stem from mental health.
It's off, bro.
Especially for those who feel like judgment, keeping the emotions bottled up inside, and eventually that will explode. Because who knows what trauma that someone is carrying from prior relationships.
Yeah, that's scary.
Because like from prior relationships, we really think about it. Some prior relationships, they're like mini divorces, minus the alimony. Where people will be in relationships for X amount of years, posting pictures for validation, and once everything's all ended, what do we do now?
Yeah, you gotta find yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta find your new self. Like, it's like you take on this person when you're in that relationship, and then like when you come out of it, then it's like now you gotta find yourself again. It's crazy how people do that. When you get into these relationships, you kind of attach yourself to a person, kind of create their habits,
and their mannerisms.
And I think that's natural. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, absolutely.
It's very natural.
And we take bits and pieces from what we like, what we dislike. But at the same time, once that is over, that's where some people may put on the mask. Some may become overthinkers. Okay, I got to be perfect so that way that I'm well liked and people want to be drawn towards me, so people want to leave me.
Yeah.
See how that come around full circle?
Huh?
See how that come around full circle?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's important. Like it all connects. It connects like dots. Like we just human beings trying to figure it out, and everybody's going from all these relationships and unsolved trauma from their past, their childhood, and like.
Well, we don't talk about childhood yet.
Yeah, it's even scary because you got people out here that's very dangerous. I get why women are afraid to date, and vice versa. It's like women and men. Like, everybody's scared. I think that's another reason why people are scared to date. This is one of the reasons why people are scared to date. It's like you have people that have unhealed trauma. They come into these relationships, and just imagine somebody that is just so toxic, like. And it's like that you kind of fear for your life because you don't know who you're really dealing with, you don't know who you're dealing with, but you figure it out as you go along. And then, that creates, depending on the person, whether they're healthy or not, it can create a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
but then again, being in isolation cause issues. That's why people
isolation
will seek a relationship because nothing ventured, nothing will be gained.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. It's important, bro. But man, we gotta keep talking more, man, because I think it's a lot to talk about from our past experiences, to what we've seen, But the validation thing, people definitely they seeking validation all day long. I'm going with that answer. I don't know about you. Like,
so would you say people are not seeking love anymore? Just validation?
Yeah, straight validation, man. We got all these apps, man. Look, we got to talk about the apps, man.
We talk about apps.
We got the Tinder, Bumble. Like, I mean, unfortunately, sadly, I've been in all of those, but it's like, that joint is the number one validation seeker. Like, you don't even want to. It's just too much. Social media is just creating all of that, man.
Sure. If you look at our screen time on our phone, I get my report every Sunday. I'm not sure about you. But,
yeah.
You see where we spend our most time as, and what we spend most time. Well, whatever we feed, we get relationship. We get religious right here. Whatever that we feed, that is our God. And I feel like validation became for most people like their god.
That's it. Yeah, it's like it's very dangerous, man. Dangerous game to play with. Like people got to get out of that validation and actually try to like find true love. Stop performing. Stop acting. Be your real self. Go get the help, therapy, man. Do what you got to do to kind of take care of yourself. And like my opinion, like I said, I'm not no therapist or I can't diagnose nobody with nothing, but we gotta really start diving into our true selves. Like,
and join communities.
Yeah,
another thing too, join communities.
Join communities, man.
Join a run club.
Yeah.
I did.
I just feel like join something that you feel like that fits you where it's not like you could be yourself.
And not online, because life is meant to live outside of our phones.
Yeah.
Blame Steve Jobs. 2007 or 2008? Yeah, 2007. The first iPhone came out. I remember like it was yesterday, back in September. And how we are now glued to our phones. Yes, I know I have an iPhone, but still, thank you, Steve Jobs, but no thank you, Steve Jobs. Yeah. Life is meant to live outside and not online. Yeah. We need a community, not an online community, no. And that's where we have it. So, like I said earlier, thank you, Steve Jobs. No thank you, Steve Jobs. But like I said, therapy, community is essential. I still believe people are still looking for love. Somebody think validation, like she'd here.
Validation, man. Validation kings and queens. Everybody is just out here. Yeah, let me go get a little heart tap, double tap. Man, we ain't even talk about all of it. There's a lot more validation apps out here that everybody's just like, that's where they go get their love from.
We'll dive into that next time. But until then,
for sure.
I'm John.
And I'm Rashid. And we're here with Unmasked Minds, man. Check us out, man. Stay tuned. We got more episodes coming. We're going to be talking about every and anything. It's not just relationships and dating, but, we're going to dive into things that are on our minds that could, potentially, that's on a lot of you guys' minds. So we here. We doing this.
And like, comment, and subscribe for more.
Yes, sir.